3D was a challenge that I got very interested in. We said we need to do a lot of handheld in this movie, very much like the original. And the existing 3D systems weigh about 90 pounds. It's not really hand-holdable. So we said, let's do something smaller. And right about the time we started this film, the HDV cameras became available. It's basically two cameras looking through a 45-degree angle beam splitter mirror. And so the top camera is looking straight down, and this camera is looking this way. And they're offset. It's called the inner axial. In your eyes, it's the inner ocular. The inner axial distance, we could actually go out quite a ways to shoot sort of a hyper stereo for telephoto. So it gave us something unique. We had a wide range of focal lengths, all the way wide to almost all the way telephoto. And most 3D movies that you look at are not able to do that. The original film had a ton of handheld, and we always knew we wanted to do a lot of handheld and Steadicam. And we had Jerry Hill doing Steadicam, and there's a bit of that. And there's a lot of handheld.
Whoa, 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 Henry, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I gotta go find Karen.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Barb, hold the door. Hold the door.
Oh, my God.
If you go out there, man, you're gonna die.
The system was a little ungainly for the handheld, and we didn't really develop an eyepiece. I would use the flip-out eyepiece on the Z1 here, and I had to wear diopter glasses because the thing was about like here in front of me when I was operating. Interestingly, because of the 1/3 inch CCD system, it gives you more depth of field, which in 3D actually helps you. A lot of people are complaining with the smaller cameras that there's too much depth of field, so that the background, Sid here, is almost in focus like me. Sid's hitting me with the shovel right now. The 1/3 inch chip actually helped us in some ways because it gives us a little more depth, which is good for 3D. When we set up shots, I always think in terms of foreground, middle ground, and background. So for me, it wasn't that different. But I think overall, when you say we're going to do this in 3D, you do start thinking a little bit more in terms of foreground, middle ground, and background in your compositions.
Wrong. Shouldn't have done it.
Owen? Done what?
Rehearsal's up!
Generally, like any theatrical film, we would do a rehearsal and without rolling, and we would look at it. I think what we've come up with on this budget is very easy on the eyes. I don't think there's a lot of eye strain. If you ask the director, Jeff Broadstreet, about the system, he would tell you that he was able to probably get about as many setups as you normally would get on any 35mm film. So I don't think he lost a lot of time for the stereo. In fact, I think we were able to basically work at a speed where the process was somewhat invisible to Jeff, so he's able to just work with the actors and the performances. There are only a handful of out-of-the-screen effects. Most of the picture is behind the screen, but still having a dimension to it. Jeff and I agreed early on with Robert Valding that we did not want it to be a gimmicky film, that we wanted to work well as a 2D film as well. So we didn't go for a lot of the in-your-face stuff because we felt that that might pull you out of the story a little bit. People watching this disc will be watching an anaglyph version of the film, which will be right red and left cyan. When you take the glasses off, you'll see two images overlaid that have a slight color tinge. The idea is to isolate one image for each eye. The stereo three-dimensional photography in this film, I'm told, is very good. I'd like to think so. I had at the cast and crew screening a number of members from the LA Stereo Club to come and view the film, and they gave us very high marks for the anaglyph stereo viewing.